Welcome to Lesson 12, the one that finally demystifies how your devices just get online. Plug in a laptop, connect a phone to Wi-Fi, and the internet just works. No typing IP addresses, no manual setup. That's DHCP doing its job, millions of times a minute. Over the next 4 pieces, we'll cover why it exists, the 4-step DORA conversation, what it actually hands out beyond an IP, and the common failures. So when a can't get an IP ticket lands on your desk, it's easy. To appreciate why DHCP matters, picture the world before it. Back in the 90s, every device was configured by hand. IP, subnet mask, gateway, DNS, all tracked in a spreadsheet maintained by some poor admin. One typo and you're offline. 2 admins picking the same address. Both machines drop and somebody spends hours hunting the duplicate. DHCP replaces all that pain with one server holding a pool of addresses, handing them out on demand, tracking who has what, and reclaiming them when devices leave. So how does that handoff actually happen? It's a 4-step conversation called DORA: discover, offer, request, acknowledge. The client shouts into the void asking if any DHCP server is listening. A server replies with an offer. Here's an address. Here's your subnet, gateway, DNS, good for 24 hours. The client formally requests that specific offer, broadcast, so any other servers know to pull their offers back. And the chosen server confirms with an ACK. Whole thing wraps up in under a second. Here's that conversation laid out visually. Your laptop's on the left with no IP yet, your router on the right playing DHCP server. Discover goes out as a broadcast. Anyone got an address for me? The offer comes back. Take 192.168.1.50. Here's your gateway. Here's your DNS. The client requests it. The server acts it. Lease good for 24 hours. 4 arrows, well under a second, and you're online. Now, here's something most people get wrong. They think DHCP just hands out an IP address, but it actually delivers a full network starter pack in that single conversation. You get your IP, yes, but also the subnet mask, so you know what counts as local, the default gateway, so you can reach the internet, DNS servers, so names resolve, and a lease time telling you how long it's yours. Miss any of those 5, and your laptop is basically deaf. The bottom 3, domain name, NTP, TFTP, are optional extras for specific environments. So when DHCP works, you never think about it. But when it breaks, the tickets come fast. There are 4 failures you'll see again and again. Pool exhausted means the server literally ran out of addresses. Fix is a bigger range or shorter leases. A pipa, that telltale 169.204 address, means the client got no response at all. So the DHCP server is dead, unreachable, or there's a cable issue. IP conflict happens when someone hard-coded an address inside the pool. And rogue DHCP is when a stray home router starts answering. Half your users get bad config, and DHCP snooping is how you catch it. Now let's put that knowledge to work on 4 real tickets. Ticket 1. User has a 169.254 address, classic IPA, meaning DHCP never answered. Check the cable, restart the NIC, then release and renew. Ticket 2 is the 8 a.m. rush, where the last few arrivals can't connect. Pool exhausted, so widen the scope or shorten the lease. Ticket 3, fine in one room, broken in another. That's a rogue DHCP, go hunt the unauthorized router. And ticket 4, someone's home printer grabbed a static IP already in the pool. Either move the printer's address or exclude it from the scope. Same DHCP knowledge, 4 30-second fixes. Before we wrap up, lock these 12 terms into memory. They're the vocabulary you'll see in every DHCP ticket, log, and config from here on. You already know the big ones. DHCP itself, DORA, lease, scope, APIPA. Add reservation and exclusion for static control. Renew at 50% and rebind at 87.5. Relay for crossing VLANs, snooping to catch rogues, and option 43 for vendor gear like access points. Master these 12, and DHCP stops being jargon. It becomes a checklist. Now, before you walk into your first DHCP ticket, let's clear up 5 myths that trip up beginners. DHCP doesn't just hand out IPs, it delivers the full config: subnet mask, gateway, DNS, lease time. It isn't on every network, and DORA doesn't run every connect, as most of the time it's just a quick renew at 50%. You can absolutely mix static and DHCP using reservations. And if you ever see a 169.254 address, that's a pipe shouting that DHCP is broken, never a real working network. And that's DHCP locked in. 4 steps. DORA. 5 critical settings delivered on a lease. A pipa means it failed. And reservations let you pin a static IP the smart way. Next up, lesson 13. DNS. The phone book of the internet that turns google.com into an actual address. 5 networking lessons left in stage 2. See you there.